everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and today I have kind of a fun review for you. Okay, so actually I had no idea what I was going to do the video for today, and then on Wednesday I was watching Joey oh my gosh, just went out of my head. Joey Soey or Soey Joey? I think it's Joey Soey. I'll leave a link down to her channel before. She's delightful to listen to. I really enjoy her channel. She's a cutie. Oh, I'm filming much later in the day, so my kids are home now. Come here. So Gidget was more inclined to be upstairs with them, but now she thinks she's just discovered that I'm no longer upstairs. Hi. Okay, so she was doing some of her makes, and one of her tops, she had mentioned she had used bootstrapfashion.com, which is very similar, I believe, to La Cala, which they're both websites where... What are you doing? See ya. Both very similar websites in that they have very inexpensive patterns, but you put your measurements in and then you get a customized pattern sent to your inbox. They're PDFs, and I thought that I would try that out. It just kind of interests me, and I thought her top looked really cute, and I've never done either of those. So I got on and I picked out a pattern I liked, and then I put in not only, they do it where you just put in like some standard measurements, like your arm, your bust, your under bust, your waist, your lower hip, and is your neck maybe one of them? Maybe not. Maybe that's one of the, that might be it. Your height. Anyway, that's just kind of the basic, and you can save those measurements. And then if you want to do a customized, like a super customized fit, you go in and there's a whole bunch of measurements that you can put in, and that you can... Excuse me, what are you doing back there, madam? She's being quite, it's snowing really bad outside. She was just outside, so I don't know if she's feeling very playful from having been outside or what. But you can put in your specialized measurements, and it shows you can hit the little question mark on each of the measurements, and it will show you exactly where to take them. Now, I took my own measurements for this. I probably, definitely, next time should have someone else take them, especially the ones in the back, because I was kind of contorting a little bit. But I went ahead and ordered a pattern and sewed it up. And here she is. This is, I think it's called just the V-neck blouse. Hold on, it's falling off the hanger as well. Okay, so let's talk about, oh, there we go. Let's talk about it staying on the hanger. Okay, so I had this teal rayon crepe in my stash that was Joyce's. This was from my big haul from Joyce, my mentor. And I thought it would be perfect for this type of very flowy blouse. So I put in the customized instructions. Now, I'm gonna say, the sewing instructions for these are like Style Arc, on Style Arc level. They are very minimal. You really kind of have to know what you're doing. I made this blouse. I feel like, now I think this is supposed to be a little drop shoulder. I was looking at the drawing. That's the other thing. They don't have it on an actual person. It's all like sketches, like drawings. But I think it is designed to be just a little bit drop shouldered, because I put my shoulder measurement in and everything. My shoulder is only 4.5 inches. So I put my shoulder measurement in there. Gosh, they have you doing like just across the front, like you hold the tape measure from armpit to armpit, all sorts of measurements. But this one is this is a very voluminous shirt. And I should have realized that looking at the picture. I mean, I knew it was going to be a voluminous shirt, but this is really, really voluminous, and I'm going to show you me in it here in a second. But I like it, and I think it'll be fun tucked in. In fact, I may take a little bit off the hem. I'll show it to you tucked in and tucked out, or untucked, so you can kind of see. I may shorten the hem a little bit. I don't know that I'll ever wear it untucked. If anything, I'll just do like the little French half tuck, if not fully tucked in. But I feel like if I shorten it just a little bit, that'll be just a little less bulk, because it is so voluminous. There's just so much fabric here at the bottom. But it's got a very simple gathered sleeve. I put some fun little buttons. Those are from Joyce's stash as well. What else? The instructions also, so when you print out the pattern, and I'm gonna actually cut here in a second and show you the website and how you kind of navigate it a little bit, but there was definitely some boo-boos. So for instance, on the front yoke and on the back yoke, on the actual pattern piece, it wanted me to cut 2 of the front yoke, but only 1 of the back yoke. But then when you read through the instructions, it was having you cut 2 front yokes and 2 back yokes on the fold, which actually the pattern pieces weren't on the fold. They were full pieces. So there were definitely, you kind of had to be a little intuitive and kind of know what you were doing in order to get around some of those irregularities, I guess. So it would be very confusing especially if you were a newbie sewer. Of course, I picked, if you see the way that and this is also, I've interfaced the inside facing, and clearly my fabric just grew, because the outside that you see is not the interfaced piece, and maybe I should have done it the other way around and made that the inside. But anyway, I'm just getting some bubbling. I mean, my rayon crepe grows no matter what. I mean, you cut it out and then you go to interface it and it's already all shifted out of place. I mean, it's just a very shifty fabric. But I wanted something that draped well. But again, I did have some issues with this fabric. It's a very lightweight rayon crepe too. But anyway, it came from Joyce's stash. It was free, so we're gonna go with it. But anyway, I will wear this shirt. I'm just not sure if maybe I should have picked a different design to try this whole thing out with to begin with. Again, you'll see, I just feel like maybe it's a little too voluminous for me, which may be more of a style thing and less of like a fitting thing necessarily. Now, with this, and I'd be actually very interested to try this, with this website, you can actually, for most of the patterns are $3.49 a piece, and for an extra 50 cents, you can have them add the seam allowances on, which why wouldn't you? It's a 3/8 seam allowance and 3/4 inch hem that it gets added. But if you wanted to, they will do blocks for you. So like a woven block, basically, if you wanted to dress stuff on your own. So pretty much a moulage, a sloper, basically. And they've got one for different types of knits. So there's a knit with a set-in sleeve, a knit with a raglan, knit for super stretchy fabric, a sloper, and one for more medium to like a ponte kind of sloper. Which I find very interesting. Those are $10. And then they also have mannequins. So you can buy the kit that helps you build your own dress form. So they send you the pattern and then they give you the instructions on how you sew that together and then put it on your mannequin and then stuff it to where it, in theory, is your exact body, which is also very interesting. I don't know if I don't use a mannequin a ton. I use a mannequin more for like leveling off hems or just letting things hang, or if I'm steaming stuff. Sometimes I'll put it on the mannequin, but I don't really use one for fitting, hardly at all. I prefer just to fit on myself. But if you're someone that does like to do that with a mannequin and is interested in that, it might be something worth checking out. I think it's only like $20 or $30 for that whole kit to make your own mannequin cover and that kind of thing. And there's like a separate pattern to make even an arm for the mannequin. So anyway, that might be something, the full instructions that you might be interested in looking into. All right, before I go any further, I'm going to stop now and take you to the website and kind of show you around. All right, guys, let's take a look. This is the website. This is Bootstrap Patterns. I'm signed into my account. I just want to show you here, all patterns. They've got a whole bunch of different things. If we go to tops and blouses, which is what I chose, again, they've got a whole lot of patterns. This is the pattern that I chose to do for you guys. So basically, this is what it looks like. You can customize your size. You can go to saved measurements, and I've got my saved measurements here. So I would just pick me, and it automatically brings up my regular saved measurements. I always want to pick seam allowance because that's super annoying to add. They add 3/8 of an inch seam allowance with a 3/4 inch hem allowance. You can obviously change that as you'd like. You want to do print unless you have CAD software to do, Illustrator, anything like that you'd want to mess around with the pattern. And then I choose letter size. And then the Pro Fit. This is optional. You could definitely order the pattern just with these measurements in here. But if you go to Pro Fit, you can put in all of these measurements. There's a ton. They also have an explainer video on how to take these. But if you go and hit the question mark here, it's going to show you exactly where you need to measure. I think that this would be good to do with a friend. I did do it on my own, but it might be good to do with a friend. There's a whole bunch of very detailed measurements that you then put into these right here, and then it'll show you differences here, which really don't matter to you. And then you hit save. Now, I want to tell you, write these measurements down once you've taken them, because this does not get saved into your account in the system. It's super annoying. You have to put these in new every single time. So definitely make sure you write those down or take a screenshot or something. But then you hit the save profit measurements, and then you just add it to your cart. Now, I want to show you what it looks like when you get it. So I'm going to go to my account. So it takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and then you will have it in your account, which here is mine right here. View order. So here is my my order, and I'm trying to see, hold on, where I need to go for my actual pattern. Oh, wait, here. Over here on the side, my custom fit patterns. That's what I want. Okay, sorry. So that's what we want, my custom fit patterns. So then after the 30 minutes, this files show up. I'm not really sure the purpose of a lot of these pattern files. They actually got kind of confusing, but this one down here, this last one is the one that I want. And it just opens up with Adobe, and it's for letter size paper because that's what I chose. And then this one is 26 pages. So, you know, you can print off the very last page. Page 26 on this is the piece that you can measure to make sure everything is printing to scale. But you do want this first piece because it shows how you don't line it up going across. They print out going down, up, and then down. They go vertically. So you do want to pay attention to your taping together pieces, which are a little bit self-explanatory. But that's basically it for the website. Nope. Nope. Okay. They also have the sewing pattern instructions, which I did read through before making this. I mean, they're not very involved. You kind of have to know where you're going and what you're doing, but it is good to read through this. And I will talk about some of the things that I noticed that could be improved that I kind of had to work around. But yeah, that's it. Basically, you can choose from any of these. Again, with the patterns, they've got the blocks and the slopers that you can buy to make. They also have patterns, which are basically your moulage. So you can buy those and create your own dress forms. So they've got that up here, dress forms for your sewing mannequin. And it's a whole, DIY dress form, basically. So it, tells you how to make basically a second skin for your dress form that then you would stuff so that your dress form would, in theory, be the same size as you. So yeah, they've got that too. Here's an arm for your dress form. So I haven't tried these out, but they are definitely very interesting. So basically, that's the website. I mean, it's not like hard to navigate, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I found. But now I'll go back and we can talk more about the pattern that I chose. Okay, so there you have it. So that's what I did. That is the blouse that I picked. I do have an affiliate. I just went ahead when I went on there and signed up for their affiliate program because I thought, well, why not? So I do have an affiliate link for this pattern, and I will leave it below. That just means I get a commission if you were to buy something off of it. I mean, that's totally up to you. I do think I'll try this service again, and maybe with something, definitely probably another woven, or maybe a knit, but something that's maybe a little bit more stable so I can really assess fit just a little bit better, something that's not supposed to be as voluminous as this. Again, I'll still wear this. I think it's a nice, pretty, easy breezy shirt. It's a very thin rayon crepe, so I think it'll be wonderful as we get into the transitional transitional seasons, and I'm getting ready to head to Florida next week. So that might be something really good to take for my trip. So anyway, I am going to leave you now. And I am going to, as this ends, I will show you me in the shirt, tucked and untucked, so you can kind of get a look. But yeah, if that's something that's ever been of interest to you, I thought it might just be interesting to do a review. If you've ever looked at those websites and wondered, oh, I wonder if that would work or not. Again, the cost is very minimal, so it's definitely worth trying out if you're curious. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. And give it a thumbs up if you like it, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got a whole bunch of new subscribers because of the Great Module Sew Along Challenge, so welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you're here. Also, I hit 10K, and I realize I hit 10K, and I can't remember if I've said it on here, and I am so grateful. I can't even express the feelings that I'm having about this, and I am going to do a giveaway. However, I'm going to wait and do the giveaway after the Great Module Sew Along is over, because I've got a lot of prize stuff going on with the challenge that I wanted to do something very special for the 10K giveaway. So we will be beyond 10K by the time we get there. So by the end of March, I am going to do a giveaway for that as just a big thank you to you guys for your support in this past year and a half. With all, I'm just really enjoying this journey, and I'm just so happy you guys are along for the ride with me. Okay, Sunday, I've got a burn test video for you. So this is kind of my Sunday sew along, but I always do kind of a break it video in between sew alongs, actual sew alongs, little tutorial. So I'm going to be talking all about how to pretty much figure out the content in your fabric, the fibers that are in your fabric with fire. So that'll be on Sunday, and then we will start the Goheen Designs Huxley backpack the following week. And again, I will leave a link down below for 20% off that pattern. She has given us a wonderful discount code off that pattern if you are interested, and she has hardware kits for that. So if that's something that you're interested in sewing along with me, definitely want to go check that out, and I'll leave all that information in the description box below. Okay guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!